Hello everybody! In this episode we will excavate the community house and the amphitheater, and we will also build a big greenhouse. We will continue to talk about regenerative principles and announce something at the end of the episode for all the filmmakers out there who want to be part of our project. My name is Hannah.
And my name is Julia.
And this is the journey of its time. We envision its time as an ever-growing regenerative community and educational movement with physical spaces for people to come together, share and learn together and organize and really also live together. And these physical spaces we call Hope Hubs. And we want to connect and amplify visionaries and cooperate with local educational institutions. So this is our first Hope Hub, hopefully among many other rural and urban Hope Hubs in future. And how do we envision it? Right now we are building the structures, the resources and the network to empower other people to open up their own. Now I'm standing in the ruin that will become a place to host people participating in the Hope Hub's activities such as workshops and retreats. And Philippe, Manolo's friend and local worker, he will come with his excavator and help us clean this. So we and the architects have a better overview of its size and design possibilities.
I'll take care of you along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave the troubles behind. The troubles behind. Here with you in our treetop view. Well, it takes me to when I was young. behind.
Thank you so much for your interest and enthusiasm about this project. We are completely overwhelmed by the positive feedback and all of the incoming emails. We have to say that we are completely full and cannot take any more volunteers this year, but if you're interested, you can fill out the list for next year's possibilities and we will contact you throughout the winter. And
If you still want to support us from afar, Lars insisted me to say, please like, share, subscribe, or leave a comment under the video. And of course, we're also always happy to receive your donations. Let's continue with the episode.
In the last episode, we already showed Javier. And of course, he is here for this one again. Javier is our bioconstruction lead and the greatest gift for our project. He has more than a decade of experience in bioconstruction, design and community projects, consults us on these topics and gives workshops. This time he came to consult us and Philippe about the location of the greenhouse and the design around it. We never really want to let him leave because he's so great and productive. So we're thinking about possibilities to kidnap him.
Yo soy Javier, ovejero, y estoy trabajando con el proyecto poquito a poco, ayudarles a desarrollar todas las construcciones que se van a dar pues, en el proyecto. Ahora mismo estamos en la parte, digamos, la principal, donde se va a producir toda la comida y donde vamos a instalar un invernadero. Entonces, un poco lo que veis que está ahora con las máquinas es porque vamos a establecer el espacio para hacer un invernadero de 8 por 20 que va a ir a lo largo de la salida a la toma del sol, así que tendremos una muy buena insolación. Y llegará más o menos a donde está esa máquina, de manera que detrás podamos poner un espacio donde procesar toda la comida y hacer las recetas necesarias para luego vender botes o vender seco, ese tipo de cosas. Entonces vamos a aprovechar este espacio, que es una terraza, también para hacer algo de huerto en la parte de adelante, exterior, y con una toma con nuestro primer estanque. Vamos a hacer estanques largos para poder tener algo de pez y darle algo de inercia térmica a todo el terreno y que las heladas sean menos duras. Y si os acercáis por aquí podemos ver más o menos la posición. El invernadero seguirá por aquí, poquito más, hasta aquí aproximadamente. Entonces tendremos unos 20 metros, 8 metros y un par de metros detrás vamos a poner un lago donde nos va a llegar el agua ya saludable, el agua de la montaña. Tenemos la tubería de hecho ya justo ahí atrás. Empezaremos a meter agua con sus plantas rodeando el invernadero y viniendo por esta parte donde vemos más o menos todo el proyecto. Debajo nuestro ya tenemos las casas. Y debajo de las casas hay otra explanada donde vamos a tener parcelas y más cultivos, sobre todo los frutales, donde también va a haber estos estanques alargados para ayudar a los frutales a tener más fruta, y conectaremos la misma agua, de manera que vamos a tener una especie de canal discontinuo de agua ayudándonos en todo el huerto. Y bueno, hasta la próxima.
As there are already a good number of people on the ground, which will only grow in the future, we wanted to prioritize food production. We also plan to grow a variety of different trees and plants for the food forest and reforestation of the land. That's why we are getting a big greenhouse and went for the quick option to buy one rather than following our desire of building a beautiful one ourselves. We aim for a setup that will bring us lots of fresh, delicious food all year round and cannot wait to harvest already. Here you can see Philippe creating a terrace around the greenhouse that will be dedicated to food production as well.
Belli, sì. Sì. Cafetetto, sì.
E te ter uma nave?
Sì, al finale. Belli,
want to create the space so that people can see and experience what it means to lead alive and thriving organizations that are in alignment with the non-negotiable principles of nature. Not pushing the limits of ourselves and our planet, but going and flowing with our seasons and cycles, pausing and restoring our energies when we need to, and then producing and creating when the resources tell us that we can, just like our Earth does.
This requires us to develop new capacities, understanding the regenerative principles of nature and recognizing them in ourselves, listening to our bodies, being able to tend mindfully to our inner needs, and communicating it to our loved ones, teams, and environment. Becoming more comfortable with the unknown is also part of regeneration, and developing an inner trust and openness for life and people to unfold in not always controllable ways. We believe arriving to a regenerative future will be an exciting process that requires all of us to bravely develop new skills and be very compassionate with ourselves and others, as all of us find ourselves on different life paths. More and more people will come together who recognize the importance of communal support and the responsibilities we have for not only ourselves but each other. This time we have to make sure to design that process more inclusively, so that future structures celebrate the diversity of us, going against current inequality patterns. With its time, we want to invite, inspire, and support people and organizations to make that process easier and more fun. Come and join the party. We slowly but surely will have more time to offer workshops and retreats again. After being deeply involved in village design and organization, community building for the past year, we cannot wait to do what we love the most: facilitating, teaching, and sharing spaces with people who are just as passionate about regeneration as we are. The latest news around our office you can receive through our Instagram, LinkedIn, and newsletter. In the last episode, we already talked about the amphitheater that we want to make, and right now I'm standing in front of the place where it's going to be, even though you can't really see it because it's totally overgrown. So we need the help of Philippe again, who will clean it with the excavator that is ready already. And yeah, let's go!
Lush green forests. Bordering a rough and rugged coastline, while a cold and wild Atlantic Ocean throws big waves onto the beaches. And strong winds moving one vast cloud after another. When you think about Spain, this imagery might not come to mind at all. Galicia is a very unique part of the Iberian Peninsula. So unique that it has its own language, Gallego. Something else that might not come to mind is Celtic culture. Yet it is claimed that maybe for centuries, from the end of the Iron Age until the Roman conquest of Iberia, Celtic tribes, known as the Galaici, occupied this corner of northwestern Europe. One of their defining features was the hill fort, a fortified village. Over 2,000 of these ruins still exist today, all around Galicia. In the city of Ortigueira, the biggest Celtic folk music festival takes place every year during the month of July. In the past few decades, it has grown to become an internationally recognized and cherished festival, celebrating the Celtic roots and traditions of this astonishing corner of Spain.
There's only one more thing before we wrap it up for episode 2. For the past 3 months, I've been on site producing the first 2 episodes for this documentary series for its time. And it's been one of the most fun and creative challenges, but my time here comes to an end now. So we're actively looking for filmmakers out there to help us continue producing this documentary series and to become part of the It's Time family.
For more information, you can click the link below in the description, and we look forward to hearing from you.
And that's it, everyone. We will try to produce a 3rd episode before we let the season come to an end and go into our winter break. But we cannot promise anything right now. But we'll keep you updated.
Hasta pronto!